Rob?
Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rogues, and I'm continuing my Superman week, I guess if you can call it that. It's not really a week of having something every single day. I was trying to, but as you know, sometimes life gets in the way. But nonetheless, here we are at one of the last things that's going to be part of my Superman week, and I just picked this up at my local Walmart. Now traditionally you won't find some of these books at Walmart, but I think with the release of Superman, or the Man of Steel movie, that Walmart was pretty much like, we want all available Superman items that we possibly can to get in the store to get our customers to, you know, buy as much Superman stuff as we can, and then maybe groceries or motor oil or that nice blouse you've been looking at. I know some of you out there want to buy a blouse. Maybe Chapman Films is wanting a nice, you know, handbag. Yeah, maybe not. So, today we're looking at Superman, the Ultimate Guide to the Man of Steel. This is by DK, and this is actually an updated version. The last version came out in 2002, if I remember correctly. Actually, there was an updated version in 2006, a kind of a smaller version, which I'll show in just a second here. But if you have seen my a review earlier of the Batman book, and here it is, same company by DK. This came out in 2012. This is the World of the Dark Knight, you know, Ultimate Guide is basically what this is. Same exact book, only just, you know, about Batman. This came out in 2012, and it was like right on the heels of the New 52. There's New 52 stuff in here, but they weren't able to include as much as probably they would like to have, since the New 52 had only been out in a little bit. Now, in the case of Superman, this came out in 2013 to obviously coincide with the Man of Steel movie, that there is 2 years worth of New 52 continuity and stories in this book, not to mention all of the other Superman history. And that's what I like about these books that DK does. You know, the Ultimate Guide to whomever, the Incredible Hulk, the Avengers, Iron Man, Superman, Batman, what have you. That they do a really good job of a complete history of the character. And I love this. Hopefully the camera can pick that up. Clark Kent changing really fast into Superman kind of on the inside cover. And I don't think they did that with the Batman book. If they did something similar, I must have missed it. The only thing in the Batman book is the bat signal. So, having, you know, an extra year to do the book, they were able to incorporate a little bit more. Some of the information is exactly the same, so if you have some of the older versions of this, I think this was the cover of the older version of it, if I remember correctly. So, you know, some of the pictures are changed, the information is presented in a different way, but as more stories have come out since the last printing, they're able to put more of those in here. As you can see, the publication is 2013. I have a bookmark in here, I'll kind of show you in a minute, but just again, here's some New 52 stuff from Action Comics, and there's a nice foreword here written by Grant Morrison. I won't take the time to read all that, but maybe if I can pause it just right, if you can look at it here, maybe you could pause your camera, you could pause your video feed real quick and you could read that. Maybe we'll do it like a Star Wars here, real quick. So yeah, there you go, if you wanted to read that forward. But there's so much information in here, and it goes clear back. You know, Daniel Wallace, who actually kind of wrote and put this book together, he has his own introduction in here, and I like that very much, that picture. Again, talking about the first appearances of Superman in his own title, the first character to be given his own title in May 1939, celebrating 50 years of Superman. Again, of course, you can't go anywhere talking about Superman without starting at the very beginning, Action Comics Volume 1. A lot of good quotes, and then, you know, obviously Siegel and Schuster, huge hands in creating this icon, the Man of Steel. Like I said, I just got this the other day. I think I've had it for about 2 days now, so I'm just to the tip of the iceberg. This is almost like the review of the Batman book that I was just getting into Superman, just getting into reading that Batman book at the time I did the review, but I was just so enthralled with the book, I wanted to kind of do the same thing with this book. I like this. We have Superman quotes. Is, I will wear glasses, pretend to be timid, but when I'm needed, I'll wear this costume and the world will know of Superman. That's taken from Superman number 53, 1948. So it kind of goes all the way through. Here's a 2012 quote here from Action Comics number 8 from the New 52. I'm here to stand up for people when they can't stand up for themselves, and I'm here to help out and make things better any way I can. I'm here to stay. Just very Superman type quotes. I just like that. It's never as bad as it seems. You're much stronger than you think you are. Trust me. All-Star Superman. Number 10, 2006. Way to have it in frame there, Rob. So, just a lot of good information. And you may be asking, well, is it all just Superman? Well, here are the costumes of Superman. So you can see all of the different costumes worn and just the different variations that they've done through in the comics. And it kind of tells you, here's the 1987 Superman Crisis on Infinite Earth suit sewn by Martha Kent. And you have the black costume. Here's the blue Superman. They don't have the red one in here. There's the 2002 version, 2004, like the Hush, almost, and then of course the New 52. At the beginning of the New 52, I wasn't sure whether I liked the costume or not, but I really do like it. It's a nice updated twist, I should say twist, just an updated version of the Superman costume, which has basically stayed the same for 75 years. I know some people would say, well, why change it if it's not broken? It's kind of like my sister. If you don't try any new foods, you're never going to find out that you like something as equal or better than the old. And her attitude is, nope, this is what I like. I'm not changing anything. I'm good. You don't get a chance to grow. You don't get a chance to become something greater than you are. Sound familiar? So, lots of cool stuff in here. I mean, just going through Superman's powers. How strong is he? You know, what can he do? There's the Golden Age beginnings, Silver Age powerhouse, the Modern Age, the New 52. Again, just really cool. Now, I do have a bookmark in here, if I can find it. Here's a section on the Kents. I'm going to try and get this, hopefully, to stay. Are you going to stay? Are you going to cooperate? I have this little tiny one. As you can see, S should look very familiar. Superman Returns. This says exclusive 64-page book, The Ultimate Guide to Superman, the Man of Steel. I was inside this DVD. And I recently watched this. I still kind of like it, but we're not talking about it. So this is by DK, a smaller version, as you can see me there. Hey, everyone. By DK. Here's what I look like when I review. So, I wanted to show you. Here is this picture of the Kents. This is a Kent family history, and if I can do this right on camera, there's the same picture down here in the bottom. Same read-up on this. Just different shots or different pictures. They thought, hey, we're having an updated version. Here's a picture of the farm. So this is basically the same part of the book. They have just updated it a little bit differently. So if you have one of these are good to pick up every now and then. It's kind of like your encyclopedia that, all the information doesn't always stay exactly the same because we tend to learn and do more things, and you've got to keep things updated. So I know my parents have a nice array of encyclopedias. And I'm like, why do you have so many different encyclopedias? And my dad would be like, well, this is from 74 when you were born, and this is from 78 when your sister was born, and this is from 82 when your sister was born. So as information changes, and as you guys were doing school reports, some things change, like the New 52 Superman and Wonder Woman in love. So this is pretty much right up to date. Of course, you get all the incarnations of Superboy, his origins from the Cadmus Project to cloning to the New 52. And that's where the book, if they can reference New 52 stuff and play heavily on that, they do, of course. Here is Supergirl, and you get all of her different incarnations of Supergirl, including the Public Enemies version of Supergirl. Of course, you have the Crisis on Infinite Earths, or Crisis storyline. World's Finest has a nice page in here. Of course, of the Justice League. Beautiful Alex Ross. I would love to have this poster. Superman right there. So just very cool. And all of the heroes and villains. I will find him! Okay, General Zod. Maybe some of you may have seen these books. Like I said, typically you won't find these at Walmart, but if you go to the book section and look generally at the bottom row, there's Muhammad Ali and Superman fighting, Batman in the crowd, and actually you can see other editors-in-chiefs. I think that's supposed to be Perry White, and I think that's Clark Kent, which is kind of funny, but there you go. Just here's the Crisis on Infinite Earths, Death of Supergirl. Just very, very cool. You could just spend hours reading this book. There's the Dark Knight Returns, Dark Side. It tells you first appearances of characters or which versions of it is. Of course, you have Kryptonite, talking about the red Kryptonite. Of course, Lex Luthor gets a very good page in here. The Wedding. I remember I have this issue somewhere of Lois and Clark getting married. The TV show Lois and Clark was going to marry Lois and Clark before they did in the comic books, and the comic books told them we would rather have them get married in the comics first before the TV series, so that ended up happening. Unless I got that backwards. I may have that backwards. I think they got married in a TV series, and the comics decided, you know what, we're going to go ahead and do that too. I'm totally losing my train of thought there. Here are the other Supermen, the reign of Supermen. There's Superboy. This is actually the first Superboy I remember when I first really started reading comics in high school. I wasn't really aware that there were other Superboys before that. Then you have the Eradicator. The Eradicator I always thought was cool. I always kind of hoped when I was reading the story that this was going to be Superman. Turns out none of them were. Cyborg Superman. Steel. I still think is one of the best creations to come out of this whole story. I liked the Steel character, which is why I bought the Steel action figure. Hopefully this isn't a boring review. There's the return of Superman. Of course, nobody ever stays dead in the comics. One can only hope Damian will come back. There's the red and blue Superman. This was one of those turns that DC took that I was like, okay, I don't entirely get it. I'm glad this kind of went away, but hey, you'll have that. Superman for All Seasons. This is a story I'm really wanting to read. I've listened to the Fat Man on Batman special with Jeff Loeb, who wrote this story, and he was talking about this, and it really wanted me to read this. And just reading through the description on this page, I know it's definitely something I want to pick up. Of course, we have some new enemies that Superman has faced. There is Hell from the New 52, that this story arc just recently ended. So that should tell you how there's Lex Luthor for president, how new the information in this book is. This normally retails for $24, but in Walmart they have it for $21.97. So, of course, we can get into, there's General Zod there. That's where we were just recently watched The Man of Steel, so you can kind of see how he is more recently. Bizarro's Superman I always thought was really cool. And the New 52 is going to be bringing up Bizarro again, so it'll be interesting to see how that is. Of course, as much as people like Lex Luthor, my favorite Superman villain is Brainiac, and this is the version of Brainiac I always really liked. So as much as I want to see Superman or Lex Luthor in a new Superman movie, I would love to see Brainiac. I think Brainiac would just be awesome. And just like I said, I'm trying to go through this whole entire book, but it does bring us up to current continuity of the New 52. There's Action Comics #1. So, and of course, we have Darkseid from the New 52, his allies in the New 52, Superboy of the New 52, talking about Teen Titans and Nowhere, Supergirl of the New 52, New 52, New 52. I am really liking New 52. So, take that for what it is. This is a really, really good book. I can't recommend this enough. And I posted this on my Facebook page that my Batman book now has a partner. And we have 2 current up-to-date books for Superman and Batman done by DK. These are really good. The average price on these books are about $24. Like I said, you could pick this one up at Walmart for about $21, $22, something like that. Just a little bit cheaper. But you can get this on Amazon. Just Google it. You'll see Google or Bing or whatever search engine you use. You'll find all kinds of links to buy this book. And this book as well, I guess, is really good. So if you want updated history book or an encyclopedia, if you will, for Superman and Batman, I definitely think this is the way to go. But today, primarily, we'll just kind of slip Bruce Wayne back behind here. Today, we've been taking a look at Superman, the Ultimate Guide to the Man of Steel, done by DK. I think this is a great book, a definite must-have. Real quick before I sign off here, like I said, this is going to about wrap it up for my Superman week. Being such a big Robin and Batman family collector that I am, I don't have a whole lot of other stuff. I do have a Superman Returns figure that I could review, and I might do that. But what I'm going to be doing, the next Superman thing that you'll see, I want to try and get it up before the weekend is out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that. It may just appear a little bit later throughout next week. But my wife and I had done the Death of the Family kind of like overview. And what my original goal is to do a Superman and Robin comic book story that was right before the death of Superman, and right as Tim Drake was officially on his own in the Robin comic book, that he and Superman and Jimmy Olsen had a team up fighting a vampire. So that's the comic book my wife and I are going to do a little review on. And then since Superman Unchained is out by Scott Snyder and Jim Lee, we are going to be reviewing that through the very first story arc that Scott Snyder is doing. So you've got that, a little bit more Superman coming up, but this might be the official end of my Superman week, as it is Friday, and I don't think I'll get the next video shot in time to be able to put it up. So we'll be continuing on here, Rob's Rogues, other action figures, primarily Robin and Batman, but of course you're going to see things like Superman and other DC heroes, and maybe the occasional Marvel may creep its way into the channel. But comic books, action figures, movies and reviews, or anything I feel like talking about. So this is going to be the end as my voice is cracking like I'm in, 7th grade all over again? So we'll end the review here. As always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogues, signing off saying we will see you guys next time.